Hello everyone, welcome to round 90 of the Flocking Geese's Moteam Career Mode, and we're in Portugal for the Algarve International Circuit Portuguese Grand Prix here in Sao Paulo. No, that's Brazil, Portimao, sorry. You can just tell I've just started today's recordings. Practice and qualifying went well. We qualified in, guess where? Yep, but here's the thing though. So, as you can see in this picture, we qualified pole position on the intermediates because it was raining all session. Not even George Russell on the soft tyres could out-qualify us. We qualified with intermediates. Not even the soft tyres could actually outdo us. But apart from that, we do have some news for you. If I direct your attention, first of all, our car is car's performance is better than Ferrari's. So we are 5th now in vehicle performance comparison. Aston Martin still dominate. Red Bull have overtaken McLaren. So McLaren's 3rd, Mercedes 4th. We're 5th now. Also, we have regulation changes for the aerodynamics department and the durability. Now, the good news is that we've saved all the components. And, oh yes, the wastegate activator has arrived. 24 out of 25. The car is almost complete. And then obviously the supplier upgrades, we're going to lose a few of them because obviously, you know, like we did with the powertrain, because these are supplier upgrades, we did lose most of them. But we have protected the majority of the durability, so I mean it doesn't matter because we're not going to do a 5th season. So this doesn't really apply to us, but yeah. Let's get on with the race, shall we?
The Formula One circus has made its way to the southern coast of Portugal this week, and it's preparing for what I expect to be a terrific race here in Portimao. A lap of Portimao is 2.9 miles long and is made up of 15 turns, 9 right-handers and 6 left-handers. It's been described as a roller coaster with a lot of elevation changes, and there's more than one blind summit. The conditions today aren't going to make visibility any better, so the drivers are going to have to be on the ball if we're to avoid a safety car here today. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Goose lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Stroll, Norris, Williams, Sargent, Bottas, De Vries, Liam Lawson, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Tsunoda, Teo Porcher, Joe, Magnussen and Dennis Hauger. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. A warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who is beside me in the commentary box today. Joined once again by former Formula One driver Anthony Davidson, and they've had a lot of on-track incidents recently that could leave them low on confidence.
Certainly confidence is an important factor, and every time you're involved in an accident, it's not just the car you damage, but that confidence as well. But all the top racing drivers are able to tune that out when the race gets underway and focus on the job at hand.
Heavy wet conditions, people. We are on the full wet tyres. Nick De Vries out-qualified Liam Lawson. That's how terrible qualifying was because it was in the heavy rain. And it's a good start from the Goose and the Ferrari as well, getting ahead of both Mercedes and Red Bull. They make contact back there in 3rd and 4th place, so they drop back. The McLaren catches up to the Mercedes and Red Bull as the Goose makes turn 3, followed by the Ferrari. I think it's Sainz. No, it's Leclerc, sorry. So it's Leclerc, then Russell, Verstappen, Piastri, Sainz in P6, sorry, Perez P7, Norris, Stroll, and Callan Williams in P10, followed by Sargent in P11, De Vries P12, Bottas 13, 14th Ocon, Lawson's in P15. What is this? Gasly P6, P7, Yuki Tsunoda, 18, Albon, Pourchaire, then Joe, then Hauger, then Kevin Magnussen completes the grid on the opening lap on this very wet track here at Portimao, the Algarve International Circuit. A challenging track to drive on. I mean, we qualified. We got the fastest lap on intermediates. We got pole position on the intermediates, right? Everyone else managed to get onto the soft tyres when the track dried. So, explain that one to me. But I can explain that we're on lap 2. And we have a 1.5 second lead over Charles Leclerc. How? I don't know. It's just the Goose is just... he's on it. This is a completely dominated Goose. And last minute change there into the pit lane. And the end of lap 5, start of lap 6, as the track is starting to dry and it's unsuitable for full wet tyres. So even though there are patches of standing water around, it's not as bad as it was 6 laps ago. So we're going on to the intermediates, and it's not just us that have gone on to the intermediate tyre compound. It's half the grid. it's half the grid here. It's going to be a 2-stop strategy for all of us, but De Vries is P4! P4! He doesn't belong there! Further on in lap 6, and speaking of De Vries, he's holding up Alexander Albon. How? I mean, there was one season where he was actually leading a race, season 2, and just passed the De Vries, and he's dropped down to P5. Don't worry, he'll drop. Watch. Lap 6 now, coming up to lap 7, and we overtake people that have gone into the pit lane. So Norris, Ocon, and Stroll. I think everyone has gone to the pit lane. De Vries is back down where he belongs, in the bottom. Lawson not having a good race, is he? But even worse is Albon, and it has brought out a yellow flag. Is it the safety car or the virtual safety car? We don't know. But here comes Albon now. He just manages to stay behind the AlphaTauri, and he's gone off the track. I don't know if it's an engine failure or some kind of gearbox issue. But this is where we start seeing those penalties being applied. It's a virtual safety car, and we've been given the green light. And it's back to race conditions. We are 9 seconds in front of Verstappen. So, lap 13 now. The track has... it is still raining, but it's considerably more drier than it was back in lap 6. So we're going to go onto the medium tyres. Bit of a controversial decision, but the medium tyres will last us all the way to the end. They're not hard tyres, you know, the hard tyres you have no grip for the first few laps. Soft tyres go off early, so if you have something in the middle, it will help. So here comes the Goose now, out of the pit lane, lap 14, with the medium tyre compound on. Oh, a bit of a went over the sausage bump there. Lawson is 8th place, but I don't think he's pitted for the to get off the onto the dry compound yet. Nothing happened till lap 23. We are 16.5 seconds in front of Russell, and we've just blue flagged Kevin Magnussen. Lap 26. We've got a number of cars to overtake here. We've got Dennis Hauger, who's just overtaken there. And with the we don't have DRS, but we are approaching for the second time this race Nick De Vries, ladies and gentlemen. Who we've overtaken again! Come on, De Vries. Helmut Marko, you need to sack this person. Sack him! Anyway, that's Joe Guanyu. We've just passed now. Ooh, God, I'm getting all tangled here with my cables and stuff. And that's Teo Porcher we've just overtaken there. Lap 29, and we are on the tail of Yuki Tsunoda, who's letting us through, kindly. Now we're approaching the cars of Valtteri Bottas and Logan Sargent. So that's almost half the grid overtaken. Now look at that. That's 2 in 1. 2 in 1 straight, and then obviously lap 33, final corner, and it's victory for the Goose. 3 in a row now. That's 3 in a row now for the Goose. That's a hat-trick. That is a hat-trick at Portimao, ladies and gentlemen, the Goose. See, just having a Max Verstappen age, really. And let's move on to Vegas.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. And congratulations to the whole team. So, Natalie, what made the difference out there today?
Well, they are very much at one with the car, which is a cliche, but it's true. It's not an easy process, and that work is very much paying off.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Goose increases their championship lead. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Goose.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The owner-drivers team moved to the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Wow, the rain did make it eventful, I must admit, because the pit stops was a bit hectic. Yeah, he's not had a good race. He suffered in qualifying, got out qualified by Nick de Vries, which I would imagine would affect his morale. So that's Portugal. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, check out my other channel, Tico Sprinter, and we will see you in round 91 in Vegas for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Until then,